Hey, welcome to the HR Happy Hour work break. You are here with Trish and Karen. Hey, Karen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well on this beautifully sunny day.
I was gonna say I'm stuck inside. You're working, so we'll clarify. You're at the end of a work day, a long work day, I know. But yeah. So what are you doing? You're outside enjoying the sun?
I am. So I am in North Carolina, and we've been recording a lot of the virtual HR tech videos that are going to be going up soon.
Yeah.
And it's the end of a work day, so I am enjoying some sun here.
Good. So are there any little tidbits you can share? Like, the recordings, everything going well? Is it looking exciting for HR Tech coming up in just not
It
even
is
2 months?
definitely everything's going really well. It's always a challenge to pull things together as far as the lighting and video and but I'm learning along the way.
That's good. No, that's wonderful. Hey, listen, I know we're also going to get Steve Bose on here in just a moment because you all are at H3 HR Advisors East Coast,
East Coast, that's
East Coast
right.
location, and I'm stuck here in the Midwest location. But you and I, and actually Steve and I have been talking a few days on the show about, learning new things, trying new things, and I'm trying to convince you when you come back to the Midwest that we need to start learning disc golf. So I bought a disc golf set off Amazon. Did you know there are different kinds of discs for different purposes? I'm learning here.
So are they like weighted differently? Like what's the difference?
They are different weights, different thickness, and there is a driver. I don't think a driver, and then
Oh,
a mid range, the yellow,
okay.
and a putter.
So this is
So
like real golf,
it
sort of.
really is. And when you and I we have a local park, which is actually, it turns out, very well known in the St. Louis area, called Canarsic Park, that is right by my house. And so they have all of these, it's kind of like a chain link thing you throw it into. But I mean, it's like a regular golf course. Remember, we walked it the other day. It's like golf. So
It looked amazing, and I'm thinking that one of us has to have like the hidden talent of, disc golf pro. I mean,
what if we both do?
that
Wouldn't
would
it
be
be
awesome.
amazing?
That
So
would
anyway,
absolutely, we could go pro.
yeah, so if anybody out there is a disc golfer, Karen and I will be taking any tips that you have on learning this. But yeah, it even, it goes into flight paths and things like that. And what I think is important is that, at our age, picking up a new sport, that's a sport. This is like
That
not,
is a sport. It's real.
it's not play. This isn't even just throwing a frisbee around. These are like really different than I anticipated. So
I'm gonna
yeah,
have to like brush up on some technique here, figure out how
yeah.
to throw them.
Well, it's a lot smaller than a frisbee and thicker and heavier, actually. The driver is actually really thick, quite thick. So we'll have to give it a go in the next week or two here and maybe report back on what
If I
we're.
remember correctly, you said like you can throw it like a frisbee or like an overhand thing, right?
Yeah, some of them, they call it like there's different throwing. I need to just go on YouTube really and look and figure it out. But it was almost like they called it like a tomahawk throw because on TikTok, which is my favorite app, um,
Absolutely.
no, there are some St. Louis-based disc golfers who I think are pro. Like if you can be pro, I think you can make money at it. And there's also a boy in the neighborhood here in my subdivision who's very big into this. So I plan on seeing if I can maybe hire him to give a lesson or two to get me
Oh, that
started.
would be great. We need
Yeah,
some
right.
lessons. I agree.
I know. But I feel like it's a sport. It seems like everyone can do, and it gets you out
Hmm.
in nature, walking around. We'll try and get it in before it gets to be winter.
I
So
think it sounds like fun. Let's do it.
yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I know we want to at least say hi to Steve while we're on the show. So good seeing you. Thanks for the little update on HR Tech recording.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Whoa, what's happening?
I
Hello?
love the handoff. I love the
Hello?
handoff, Steve Bose.
Can we talk more about disc golf? I'm not sure I heard everything.
I'll just give you the brief. The brief is that you wouldn't have seen it. I actually bought my disc golf set.
Okay.
Okay, you can see over here what a disc golf like.
Trish, I'm going to interrupt you there. It's bright sunshine here.
You're
It's
not
a happy
seeing.
hour HQ South. I can barely see the screen. I think I'm in my little window here. I hope I am, but I'll take your word for it. It's quite an impressive sight. I'll have to look at it on the replay because like it is so exceedingly beautiful here in North Carolina today that I'm blinded by the sun. So I apologize.
Oh, well, you know what? Good for you. Hey, seriously though, I was asking Karen a little bit. So I know that she's there, and you all are doing a lot to prepare for HR Tech, which is coming up.
Yes. Can I talk about that for a second?
Yeah. What are the dates again? So everyone's ready.
October 27th through 30th, virtual HR Tech. You can go to hrtechconference.com, register for free.
Okay.
So today we were recording all the introductions for all the keynote sessions, as well as a couple of other things. I have a picture we took of the setup, which I can't take down yet because the videos have yet to be kind of reviewed and approved.
Oh.
And I'm hoping they don't have to be recut, but I can't take down the setup yet, which is why we're doing this on the phone. I'll send a picture out of it. It is so ridiculous. But I will say one thing, Trish. I felt like I was Cher in concert today. Because there were wardrobe changes. Absolutely, they were. There were 4 wardrobe changes, right? Because if we were at HR Tech, I would not wear the same suit every day, right? Of course.
That's true.
We'd have a fresh one every day, fresh tie, the whole deal. So there were wardrobe changes. It was a scene. I hope it's over.
I have to tell you, I think that I know it's really different. And obviously you've been the chairman of HR Tech for so many years, and you're used to planning it a certain way and having more sessions than now. But I will say this, it's been really interesting. You know, I recorded mine with Tom Hammond from Paychex just the other day.
Right.
And it's so different. We just kind of loved it even more because we have a lot of flexibility on how we do it and trying to make it interesting. So it's not just pure presentations. I think you all are doing a good job of kind of letting your speakers make them unique, which is fun.
Yeah, no, I expect to see really, really great innovative sessions and content. The keynotes are going to be great because I kind of promoted them all today doing the intros. When you mentioned Tom, and so I spoke his name today in one of the videos because I was recording. Yes, because I was recording the intro as well as the transitions for the top HR products of the year session, which will be a part of HR Tech. So finally, we can talk about that. I don't have time to name them all. So we did announce today, finally,
okay,
16 companies who did win top HR products of the year.
Oh, that's good.
I can't shout them all out, but I will mention, of course, Tom and Paychex, who were among the winners, as well as our friends at Oracle and Ceridian and Paycom. And companies that WorkHuman that we talk about a lot on the HR Happy Hour show were one of the winners as well, and plenty more. So you can see that full list. It was press released everywhere. It's at hrexecutive.com too. So anyway, I don't want to spend the whole show talking about HR Tech, but this was basically the last 2 days. And then, so we got to record all these videos, Trish. Yesterday at around noontime, there was a tractor trailer accident and fire right up the road from here, which knocked out the internet service to this neighborhood for like 12 hours yesterday.
Oh, no.
So on the day I was absolutely meant to be busier than I've been in a while, and as well as today, we had no internet basically the second half of the day, which was a tough kind. It's tough. I mean, what would you do if you didn't have internet for an entire work day? Like, it'd be weird. It'd be tough in a way, even on a normal day.
Yeah, it's really strange. So. Well, good. Well, look, it sounds like you've got a lot of exciting stuff, and thank you for sharing some of the winners, of the top products, because that's always the highlight, at least for me, and I know for a lot of people, is finding out like what is all the innovation that's actually, been brought to bear. And even, we've talked about this with several of the vendors that you mentioned, for example, they've really done a good job of keeping the momentum during a pandemic. Which is so hard when you think about all these people who are just innovating and developing while they're also very concerned for their health, their family's health, trying to teach their children from home too. So yeah, big kudos to all the 16, and everyone go to the HR Executive magazine online and check out the list, right? Or on Twitter, I'm sure, like you said, it's been tweeted out.
Yeah, it's on HR Exec online. It's been press released, and and you'll see plenty more of them at the conference too. So yeah, it's a big heavy HR Tech conference day the last couple of days around here, but super excited for it and looking forward to the event at the end of the month.
Well, I know you all have been busy recording. I don't know if you had a chance to catch this, but I wanted to at least give a shout out to SAP SuccessFactors, because today is Success Connect. If you just do hashtag Success Connect on Twitter, it's the US day. And so lots of great keynotes. I was making notes here. We heard from Jill Popelka, who is the president of Success Connect. Obviously, also two great friends of the show, Meg Bear and Amy Wilson.
Oh, sure. Meg and Amy.
Leading cutting edge innovators in the HCM category at SAP and SuccessFactors.
I'm going to just say something, Trish. I believe HR technology is absolutely run by women, and I'm saying that as a positive and good thing, because it is. If you look across the industry from top to bottom, from side to side, it is. HR tech is run by women, which I think is awesome.
There is. And you know what? Can I say something? It goes beyond these two, but I think, both Meg and Amy are really good examples. They are women who have been in our industry for a very long time. They know their stuff. And we hear a lot of women who are maybe catty or not good at promoting each other.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard? I know, right? No. But I think in all seriousness, they are just a good example of how you can have two really strong female leaders working together and actually accomplishing quite a lot. And again, they're, the president is also female. So it's it's nice to see, especially it is heavily male dominated, space too, right? It's heavily male dominated. So when you see some women kind of stepping up, and actually truly, in all sincerity, again, I think you and I talked before, we don't want to really promote or talk about anything we wouldn't consider spending our own money for if we were hired as well, right? And so, definitely it's free for people to check out. There will be replays of their keynotes and their sessions, so you can just go to the SAP website for a link. Just look up Success Connect 2020, and they're doing a lot with employee experience. And again, this is stuff that they started focusing on last year, maybe even sooner or later than that. But I know last year for sure at Success Connect, it's HXM. So if you tag HXM, you can find out more about what they're up to. But again, a very people-focused, people-centric approach. And the screens and everything that they're showing is all just very clean, easy to use. So it was really fun to see that today. So shout out to our friends there and all the hard work of putting that on in a virtual setting. They did a nice job, really nice job.
I know we're running a little long. I have one more thing to shout out, since we were unable to do the show yesterday, primarily due to my internet outage. Right. Shout out to our show, HR Happy Hour show, which posted yesterday with Kyle Ewing from Google, all about Google taking their summer internship program, which is legendary, right? They made a Hollywood movie, right, about the Google internship program. We talked to the person who runs that internship program about how they took that program virtual in 2020, like everything else had to go virtual, how they did it, some keys to success, and some recommendations for anybody's internship program, virtual or otherwise. It was one of my favorite shows in a long time, and it posted yesterday. So I'd encourage everybody to check out the Happy Hour show that ran yesterday morning with Kyle Ewing from Google.
I'm glad you mentioned Kyle. Also, she's someone, not just because she works at Google, but her approach to internships pre-pandemic was so unique, like you said. And so to have her now sharing that, she is going to come back and join us on a probably quarterly or biannual basis.
Yeah, we're gonna do campus recruiting next, I think, right?
We are. We're going to talk to her about how she's handling that. Because again, I think when you get time to really pick someone's brain who's doing this day in and day out for such a large organization as Google, well recognized. And you and I are all about like actionable tips, right? When we do the show, we do try that. Even if it's a vendor, even if it's a large company, we want to know like what can someone sitting at home, working in an HR team, or maybe you're back in the office, what can you actually do, right? Like Google, for example,
right?
It gives actual things you can do. So I loved it.
Yeah,
you're right.
It was great stuff. Really good stuff.
Good. Well, hey, listen, I won't keep you. I'm sure you're probably getting ready to grill something fantastic or whatnot.
The grill will be fired up. Absolutely, yes.
Good. Well, listen, hey, thank you and Karen for joining us from what appears to be maybe your patio.
It is the lanai, I like to call it. Others call it a patio. Either one works.
I love it. Well, listen, I look forward to seeing all your recordings in just a few weeks at HR Tech. And thanks to everyone for watching and every day. And sorry we missed you yesterday, but sounds like the semi-truck accident had other plans.
Knocked me right out. It sure did.
That's okay. All right. Well, listen, good talking with you, and we will catch you tomorrow.
Bye
everyone.